Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned before on my previous videos that this particular vehicle it's very underrated and very reliable. This vehicle, I can say, is bulletproof. It does not suffer from any oil consumption, but it occasionally suffers from oil leaks, especially from the valve covers, which is normal for any vehicle, newer or older. So that's pretty normal when you see a valve cover leak. And I showed on a previous video how to replace that, and this car will drive for another 10 years, no problem. But there is a little part that also suffers from the oil leak, and that little part can actually damage your main computer. That will cost you thousands of dollars. So you better replace it as a preventative maintenance or replace it when it's already started to seep some oil. So let me show you where it's located and why you want to spend $30 to save thousands. Okay, so the little part that I'm referring to would be the transmission connector plug. This plastic device is connecting the transmission and the wiring harness and is equipped with the O-rings that over the time have tendency to leak. Plus, this plastic can warp over the time. So even if you're going to install new O-rings, it doesn't mean that it will stop leaking, because maybe this plastic is already warped. Now, when you will be buying this connector, by the way, there is a part number, which is a 203-540-0253. I recommend you buy a genuine Mercedes-Benz part because it will be made in one of the European countries. For example, this one made in Czech Republic. So it's a high quality part. If you're going to buy a Chinese one, there's no guarantee that that plastic will not get warped. Plus, when you will be buying this connector, make sure that you're going to see those locking tabs in place. 1, 2, and 3. Because without this locking tab right here, you will not be able to use this connector because it's going to thread it into the other side housing. So those knobs, plastic knobs, are really important. Some of the manufacturers, they not doing a great job, and sometimes one of the knobs is missing. People trying to connect it, it doesn't work, it doesn't hold, and then it's going to leak again. So make sure that you buy genuine part made in one of the European countries, like for example this one, made in Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic I mean, and it's going to be visible Mercedes-Benz logo on the side, which means this is genuine part. Anyway, let me show you where it's located and why it's important to replace it. So this plug is located behind this metal cover, and as you can see, there is lots of oil residue left over the years because that plug is leaking. So I'm going to remove this cover. I'm going to use a T30 Torx, and then you will see if that plug is clean or it's also covered with oil, which would be the indication that plug is. And now you can see clearly your plug, and it's all covered with oil. So I know for sure that this plug was not replaced for many years. It might be pretty deceiving that for some shops that they don't have experience, they think that, oh, you need to replace the gasket on a transmission pan. Yes, which is possible that it might leak, but I would say rarely. It's more would be the plug than the actual transmission pan gasket. Well, it is recommended to replace this plug every time when you are replacing the filter and the oil pan gasket. It is recommended to replace those two in the same time. But since my oil is still okay, it doesn't smell burnt and it's pretty bright color, I'm not replacing the oil yet, maybe in a few months from now. But right now I want to take care of this or a plug that slowly leaking. Now, I recommend to do this procedure on a cold vehicle. I mean, preferably after it's been, cooled down for so many hours or days, because once you remove this transmission plug, some of the oil will come out, and if that coil is going to be hot, you might burn yourself. So this is, just be careful. Now, why is this important to replace this plug? It's not because it's dripping down and making some mess in this area. It's because this oil will eventually travel all the way through this wiring harness back to the main computer, and it will destroy the main computer. So this is not just because of the aesthetical look, or you have to add oil once in a while, which is not that much. I mean, there is a very little oil dripping from that O-ring or that warped plug. It's all about how to save the main computer, main ECU, because the oil will actually will travel through that wiring harness loom. Now, next step is unplugging this plug. So there is a locking tab right here. You can feel it, and you just have to turn it down. So this is for your finger, so you will have to turn it down. Sometimes it's been sitting for so long you cannot even physically turn it down anymore. So you have to try your best. Maybe use a little some kind of pliers from the side if it's going to help you. But this tab is supposed to turn down, and you're going to meet it right here at this point. Only then it's going to unlock the male from female plug, and you can disconnect it. Yeah, so here is the position where it's supposed to be. Only now you will be able to unplug this plug. And as you can see, the oil is dripping from that plug, which means that it was leaking for a while, and it's not supposed to be as wet as you see. It's supposed to be dry. So after I'm going to replace that other side, which is a female plug, this male will be dry again. So now I'm going to put this plug on the side, just right there. And from the inside of this plug, you will see, I'm not sure if you're going to see it on the camera, I hope, that on the middle you're going to see a little bolt. It's a 7mm bolt that holding this female socket inside of this transmission. Now, once I remove that socket, there is a big chance that some of the oil will come out, maybe up to ½ liter. So maybe you want to get some kind of drainage, draining bucket or something, so it will not drip on your floor, and be careful that it will not drip into your eyes. Now, before I'm going to remove this socket, I want to take a little brush and brake cleaner and clean all of the surrounding areas, so I don't have to worry about some of the debris will get inside of the transmission housing. Okay, after I clean all of this area, now I'm ready to remove it. And as long as you're going to align it, that socket with that bolt, because it's exactly on the middle, it's going to come out fairly easy. Now I'm going to wiggle out this entire socket. And remember the position of this tab when it was unlocked. You remember? Because that's how you're going to insert the new piece. Okay, now both of the O-rings came out. I can see that they are clear color. I'm not sure if this is the original or already been replaced before, but that's a good sign that both of them came out. Because if you see only one of them coming out, that means that another one is stuck. So you have to fish it from the inside of that hole. So I'm working on a cold engine, and the transmission oil also cold. That's why it's not dripping out. I'm still gonna clean all of this properly. And now I'm ready to install this new plug. Now remember, the plug has to, you have to remember when you install in the female plug this locking tab has to be in open position before you're going to reinstall the opposite plug. Now this one you have to play and align with all of the corresponding pins that you see on a female socket until all of those are aligned, and it's going to fit just properly. If you have a torque wrench, you need to torque that bolt to 2.5 Newton meter. If you don't have it, just be gentle, do it by hand. Now it looks like everything is ready, good to go, but not yet. You need to clean this plug from leftover oil, and for that you need electrical cleaner spray, so it's safe for all of those connections and it's safe for the O-rings. When connector is dry, make sure that this one is in open position, just like this, before reinstalling the actual plug. So you're gonna hear confirmation click when everything is in place. Now you wanna maybe clean with the same electrical cleaner, just to make sure that it's safe for the O-rings. And we're all done. I'm going to reinstall that plate. Okay, everything is back in place, and I just wanted to mention one more time to clean all of this housing before you start the job, so none of the debris will get inside of the transmission or connections, and clean everything after. So in the future, if you need to pinpoint where the leak is coming from, if it's either from the transmission oil pan or the connection plug or your transmission oil line, it will be easy to determine after you clean it. So I did not lose that much of oil during that plug replacement, but I'm still going to verify the oil level inside of the transmission with a special oil dipstick. Unfortunately, it does not come with this vehicle, so you would have to buy it separately. I bought Fabi brand and the part number F380238624, and it's really worth it because I had multiple vehicles with the same 5G transmissions, so it lasted me for many years. In order to check the oil level, you need to remove that plastic tab. It's a disposable one-time brake tab, so you break it and you will be able to remove this cap. And now I'm going to warm up my engine till 80 degrees Celsius and insert my dipstick to see it. So my engine is still cold, it's about 40 degrees, and let's see how much oil I have on a cold engine. Now please note that this dipstick will not go all the way in. Some of the dipstick will be sticking out, but just hit the bottom of the pan and pull it out. And as you can see, on cold I have a minimum level right now. So let's wait until 80 degrees Celsius and see if I'm going to hit a minimum mark, and then if I need to add something. So my oil level is supposed to be minimum and maximum, so in between where the fingernail is. Okay, now my engine is exactly 80 degrees. I keep engine running and going to check the level on a hot. So the engine must keep running, otherwise you will not know, because the oil is expanding, so that's why it must run. Okay, and as you can see I have a minimum level, so I'm going to add about half a liter of oil for now, and I'll need a special very thin funnel, and I need the original transmission oil, which is a MB236 1.4. I'm going to add slowly to avoid spilling or overfilling, and just going to add little by little until the level is going to be acceptable. I'm going to remeasure one more time. Okay, let's do it now. And it's exactly what I wanted to see. It's between minimum and maximum, where my fingernail is. So this is the correct level at the hot temperature engine. Okay, so oil in the transmission up to level. Now I'm ready to reinstall this plug. Realistically, dealers selling, or you can buy also on Amazon, those red plastic tabs. So that's the indication that it's, you know, it's been serviced. Every time you break it, you have to replace with a new one. So I'll do it later on. I don't have one at the moment, but this cap is not going to get lost without that red cap anyway, so all good. Yeah, the transmission dipstick is really necessary tool every time you're replacing oil in your transmission, or when you're replacing this connector. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you want to watch some other videos about older Mercedes-Benz that I'm really big fan of, and I also have a newer Mercedes, you can click on my playlist button and watch my other videos. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you.